What's up guys, it's Susie Bullock from HeyGrillHey.com, and if you're watching this video, that means we already have the most important thing in common. We both love good barbecue, which is perfect because here at Hey Grill Hey, my whole goal is to help you make better barbecue so you can feed the people you love and become a backyard barbecue hero. And I am here today to teach you how to make the most epic grilled chicken sandwich. This has maple peppered bacon, homemade buttermilk fried onion rings, and it is gonna blow your mind. So let's get started. This recipe is gonna serve about 6 people, so you need to start with 6 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. For the seasoning on our chicken breasts, I'm using our sweet rub. You can buy this in our store or you can find the recipe online. We're also gonna be using our everything barbecue sauce. You can use your favorite barbecue sauce at home. We need some pickled jalapenos, 6 slices of medium cheddar cheese, 6 buns, about 12 slices of peppered bacon, a couple tablespoons of maple syrup. And for our onion rings, you need about 2 sweet onions that have been chopped into 1/2-inch slices, 2 cups of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of buttermilk, 2 teaspoons of smoked paprika, 2 teaspoons of seasoned salt, and a couple cups of oil. We've got that preheating right now in a cast iron skillet. You just need a really nice heavy bottom pan. For this recipe, all you need is 45 minutes, 15 minutes of prep time, 30 minutes outside on the grill. I've got my grill preheating outside for 2-zone cooking. That means I have direct heat on one side of the grill and no heat on the other side of the grill. We're gonna start our chicken on the indirect heat side of the grill, but first we've gotta get it seasoned. So I'm using my sweet rub, and I'm just gonna lightly coat each of these chicken breasts on both sides. So my sweet rub is a brown sugar based rub, has smoked paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, of course salt and some coarse ground pepper, and then a couple little bonus ingredients that I think really set it apart from other barbecue rubs on the market. There's a little bit of ground mustard and a little bit of cayenne for some heat. You really don't need to over season these. We're gonna be covering them with barbecue sauce and cheese and the fried onion rings, so you don't need too heavy of a hand for the seasoning. All right, these look good. We're ready to take them outside and hit the grill. All right, our grill is nice and hot. We want it like hitting like 450. We've got high temperature coals on this side, so we're gonna place our chicken breasts on the indirect heat side of the grill so that they can slowly rise in temperature without becoming dry or chewy on the outside. So this sugar on the outside of the chicken's not gonna burn. It's not gonna dry out the exterior parts of the chicken, and the inside's still gonna be nice and juicy. So our chicken breasts are gonna cook for about 6 to 8 minutes, and then we're gonna flip them, let them cook for another 6 to 8 minutes, and then we'll be ready for our next step. Having them on the indirect heat side means that I don't have to babysit, and I have enough time to head inside and make those buttermilk fried onion rings. These are pretty simple. It's a 2-step process. We're just gonna be using gallon bags as our dredging stations so that we don't get super clumpy, messy fingers. First, we're gonna start with seasoned flour. This is 2 cups of all-purpose flour, right in there. To that, we're gonna add our seasoned salt and our smoked paprika. Give that a quick mix. It's gonna add both color and flavor to the flour. And then to this bag, we're gonna add our 2 cups of buttermilk. That was nice. Now we have our dredging station set up. We're gonna add our onion rings to our seasoned flour, and the flour will stick to the outside of the onion rings. This is when the bags are really nice, is you can just do the whole batch at once. Making these in bags is seriously the easiest way to do onion rings. It saves you from a lot of mess all over your counters, and my kids actually love to help out with making these onion rings too because they can shake the bags. So once we have our first coating of flour, you'll see they're nice and light. You can shake off any excess and then just pop them right into the buttermilk. The flour and the buttermilk is gonna create this really fluffy batter on the outside of our onion rings. So you get a nice crunch, but also a great chew. And I think that's what makes the best onion rings, the crispiness and the chewiness. Don't forget to zip the bag all the way closed because if you're shaking these, you will have buttermilk everywhere. Luckily, I've avoided catastrophe so far. Just a quick double check, make sure they're all thoroughly coated in the buttermilk. They look great, and then we move them one more time back into the flour. Zip this closed, give it one more good shake to get all of those onion rings coated all the way around. And you'll start to see in the bag, the flour is sticking to the onion rings. That's a good thing. Back on the grill, it's time to give our chicken its first little flip. These are looking perfect so far. We're not seeing anything too dark on the bottom, which is what we want. We just want a nice, even, slow rise in temperature. Time to fry our onion rings. I have a pan preheated over here. We want our oil to be about 350 degrees. Perfect. All right, we're ready to fry. I just have a rack that I'm gonna set on top of the baking sheet so when the onion rings come out of the fryer, the oil can drip away and they won't get soggy. We're just gonna grab some tongs, shake off the excess on our onion rings, drop them into the fryer. These are only gonna take about 3 or 4 minutes, so just stay close. You just want them to be nice and golden brown, and you want your onion rings to start and soften. Once they're there, you pull them right out onto your rack, and then I usually give them a quick sprinkle of salt. These are looking so great. Chicken sandwiches are great on their own, right? Everybody loves a grilled chicken sandwich, but these crispy onion rings are really what sets this cowboy-style grilled chicken sandwich totally over the top. Onion rings are done. We're gonna set these aside, go finish our chicken on the grill. We need to take our maple syrup, our peppered bacon, our barbecue sauce, and our cheese for this next step. Okay, we need to check on our chicken. We're shooting for an internal temperature on this step of 145 degrees Fahrenheit. Not all the way done, but cooked most of the way through. Perfect, that's perfect. So we're gonna move our chicken over to the direct heat side of the grill, and we're gonna baste it with our barbecue sauce. Now that we have the indirect heat side free on our grill, we're gonna cook our bacon. Now, I wouldn't always recommend cooking bacon on the grill because it's so fatty, it has a tendency to flare up. But because we're cooking on the indirect heat side, I'm not worried about that fat dripping down into the coals. We're gonna baste our bacon with maple syrup so we get that savory, sweet combination, and then the pepper on there is just another layer of awesome. I actually came up with this recipe because when I was thinking about what I would like on a chicken sandwich, I figured what would make it taste better than all of the things that I like to eat. So we're loading it up with cheddar cheese and maple peppered bacon and my favorite barbecue sauce and my favorite seasoning and of course, onion rings. It just made sense. Once your chicken hits 165, you're ready to pull it off the grill. Bacon is done. Then it's time to toast the buns because every epic chicken sandwich needs toasty buns. Now it's time to assemble our burgers. I'm gonna give each bun just a little bit of mayo for some creaminess and a piece of butter lettuce on the bottom. Put on your chicken breast, top with a piece of bacon, couple of these crunchy onion rings. You guys, this is the most epic chicken sandwich. And then if you're feeling a little indulgent, which I usually am, and it's the most epic chicken sandwich, so why not be, drizzle the whole thing with just a little bit more of that barbecue sauce. Now, this chicken sandwich would beat any chicken sandwich you could get at any drive-thru ever. And yes, you may have to dislocate your jaw to eat it, but I can guarantee it will be worth it. Oh, that's so good. We hope you take a chance and make this recipe at home. If you do, leave a comment, let us know how it turned out for you. Even better, post a photo on social media, use the hashtag #HeyGirlHey. That way Todd and I can see it, leave a comment on your post, and cheer you on your way to becoming a backyard barbecue hero. It's saucy, the chicken is perfectly seasoned and so juicy. You've gotta have that toasted bun for sure. Crunchy onion rings, peppered bacon. You know who would really love one of these? Todd. Do you think I should make him one? I think I might have to make him one.